Hey, what's up everybody? It's Frank again and welcome to my channel 16 bits or higher. On today's video, I'm going to talk about another handheld that has received really good reviews on YouTube and on Reddit communities. The first time that I saw it, I was navigating the AliExpress stores and it caught my attention because the way that it looked. So I did a little bit of research, watched a couple of videos from my favorite YouTubers, and I was impressed. So I ordered it from the Unpound store at AliExpress. The device that I'm talking about is the TrimUI Brick. So let's open up the box and check it out. This is the TrimUI Brick. It comes in this nice gray box. And on the front, it has the name of it, TrimUI Brick. It shows you a picture of the device. And it gives you some type of information. It says that it's got a fast boot. It tells you it's got a 3.2-inch IPS LCD display. It does have a network adapter built into it. You can plug stereo headphones into it, and it also has stereo speakers. And it has it has Type-C connectors on it. Nothing on the side. It only tells you the color that you order. Nothing on this side. And if you look at the back, it'll give you pretty much the same information that it gave you up front. Handheld game console, 3.2-inch display, RGB lighting effects, stereo speaker, and it gives you extra L&R keys, keycaps. It gives you 2 of them. It does have a metal back shell. Again, RGB lighting effects, the extra L&R keypads, and easy disassembly. So I guess it's easy to take it apart. And it tells you that it includes the Brick handheld, user manual, plus the keycaps. And let's get it open. There it is. It comes inside that little plastic bag with the white foam on top of it. And let's set it aside. It does give you a USB charging cable. And these are the extra L&R keycaps. It gives you 2 extra ones. One is already pre-installed. So they're pretty nice, and it's a good thing they give you extra ones so you can change them out. And it does give you a user manual. Now, I'm gonna recommend that when you guys get this device, if you order the one that comes with no micro SD card in it, make sure you follow the instructions on here, because this will actually tell you how to load the operating system onto the micro SD card over here under firmware update. Okay. So I do recommend you take a look at this device. Otherwise, it's gonna take you a long time to figure out how to get your device going. So let's put that aside. And let's open this baby up. Now, I had already opened it. I just wanted to show you the way that it came packaged inside the box, which is pretty nice. I like the way they wrapped it up and everything. And there it is. I like the way that it's built. It has the front speakers right there on the front of the face. You got some black buttons and the black D-pad, and these are actually not loud buttons. When you click them, you could barely hear them. Same thing with the D-pad. They are very quiet buttons, and I like the way that the D-pad feels. And on the bottom, you got a start button, select button, and you got the function key or function button. On the bottom of the device, you got 1 slot for the micro SD card. You got a reset button that is actually recessed, and I like that because that way you cannot push it by accident. You got 1 OTG charging port on the bottom, and then you got a headphone jack right there on that side. On this side here, you got a power button. You got a function switch, which I haven't really used it, so I'm not even sure what it's for. I haven't used that switch for anything. On the other side, you got the volume plus and volume minus. And on the top, you got a light, an LED light. You also have those two buttons, which are also function buttons. You can assign them to do whatever functions you want, and they light up. On the back, you got the R1, R2, L2, L1, and you got an extra OTG port, micro USB plug in the back. And underneath the trigger buttons, you also have lights. You also have lights in there. You can see the white stuff, but you know what? Let's see if we can remove one, because these are actually removable. Yes. And this white part right here lights up. When the lights hit it, it lights up and it looks pretty nice. I'll show you in a little bit. And all you gotta do is just click it back in place. Okay. Now, when I first got the device, I installed the stock OS on it, but I didn't really like it. So what I did is I actually installed the KNULLI operating system, and let's turn it on and I'll show you what it looks like. KNULLI is based on Batocera, which is a Linux operating system as well. It's a little more complicated than installing, let's say, like ArcOS or the, actually this device does not take ArcOS, but it's harder than installing the stock OS or stock mix on the device. And the hardest part is that whenever you gotta load games into the handheld, if you don't have a Linux operating system, it is really hard because you actually have to do it wirelessly. And if you have a lot of games to upload, it will take you a long time. So right here, we can see the theme that I got going. I was able to install ports. I got Sega Mega Drive, Dreamcast, PlayStation, PSP. I got some tools. Actually, this is, I believe it's just one tool. It allows you to manage the lighting on your buttons, but it doesn't really work that well. That's one of the glitches from having this KNULLI operating system. That right there is just a file manager. Let me see here if I could. Yeah. That's what the file manager looks like. And those are other groups that I can play. Of course, my favorite one has always been Game Boy. And if we go to the menu, you can see that I'm running KNULLI Firefly, and it gives you the version right there. And this is the main menu. You can access your game settings through there. What I like about this is that you can actually go to your retro achievements. And lately I've been doing that because I have passed so many games, but I have no proof of it. And with retro achievements, I can go in there and see all the games that I have played and what I have passed. There's some extra options that you can fix. You can connect extra controllers onto the device. And something that I actually did on this TrimUI Brick is I was able to connect a USB controller through the OTG port so that I could play Nintendo 64 games with joysticks, because this device has no joysticks. And this is one of the things that a lot of people complain about, that it doesn't have joysticks. But I mean, if you really want to play those games, you can connect a controller to the back, or you can actually try to connect a Bluetooth controller and play those games. That's the user interface settings. And that's where you change the theme. The theme that I got on here right now is called Art Book Next, which is really nice. That's one of my favorite ones. And you can change some of the settings here. the game collection settings, sound settings, network settings. This is where you go to connect to your Wi-Fi. And it has the scraper built in. So if you download games or ROMs into the device, you go to your scraper and you can download artwork directly to the device. And it's pretty fast. All you gotta do is create a scraper account, log in with that account, and then you go here and you choose the systems that you want to scan for art. On this one here, you can run updates and downloads. This is where you would go to download themes, or if you they got something called the Bezel project, but I really don't like Bezel, so I don't mess with that. You can check for updates, for stable updates, or you can go to what they call butterflies. And right here is where you would click to start an update if you know there's an update available. System settings. And this is to shut it down. Now, something that I do like about this device is that it is compatible with a lot of games. Like for example, on Nintendo 64, like on my R36S, I cannot play any Nintendo games because it's so laggy that it's not playable, it's not enjoyable, so I don't mess with it. But on this one here, I can show you that if I go to Paper Mario, the game actually runs. On my other small 3.5 screen devices that I have, the game is so slow, so really slow that I don't even like playing. I don't even like trying on it. And on this one here, it is actually playable. I'll show you right now. Let me raise the volume. Like on my other games, the square where it's got my name and it says first play, I wouldn't even be able to read that. On a lot of my other devices, it shows really bad, and no matter what settings I have gone through, I cannot get it to show properly. But on this one, it actually starts. And something that also happens in my other devices is when I get to that screen where Luigi comes out of the door, it freezes. The game freezes and it stops and I can't go any further. So I'm really happy that on this one, at least I could go further, but I do miss the joysticks, and that's where I would connect the controller if I wanted to continue playing it. And then to get out of this, you actually have to hit the function key and start, because you cannot access the menu. You cannot access RetroArch because you're actually, I believe you're running on the Rise core, and you cannot access that the settings on that. So the only way to get out of it is by pressing the function key and start. It takes you out automatically. And the other thing that I was happy about was the ports, because I do play a lot of Stardew Valley, and it actually runs. I'm gonna try to start it for you guys, but I might have to pause the video and jump ahead because it takes a while to load. I just want to show you what it looks like. There you go. I don't like that it takes so long, but I mean, as long as I get to the game, I'm happy with it. The only thing is I don't know why it's not giving me sound. Yeah, that's weird. I have to look into that because it does give me sound. Let's see. Maybe in the options, I turned it off. Yeah, it should be playing. I'm gonna have to look into that. But I just wanted to show you that it does run. And like I said, it does give me sound, but I think I turned it off on the retro, on the emulation station settings. And right here we go out back to the desktop. All right, so in this video, I just wanted to show you what the device looks like. Try to give you some first impressions. I mean, I do like the device. I like the way that it's made. I like the shape. It's pretty nice. And to be honest with you, I do have a MIUI Mini, which was my previous favorite device when it came to a small handheld. But this one, for some reason, it feels more comfortable when I'm playing because of the shape and the way that I can set my fingers behind the unit, how I interlock them in the back. And when I do that, these fingers are right on top of the triggers, which make it easy for me to maneuver the triggers. And it feels like all the buttons are in the right place. I like everything about this device. This device is small, so the only bad thing is that I have to wear my glasses whenever I play it, because the screen is a little too small for me. But when I wear my glasses, hey, it's fine. I mean, I can play with it and I enjoy it a lot. This is a really nice game, a nice device. So I do recommend this one as well. This one and the Battle XP G350 are probably my favorite ones right now. I'm using both of them. The only thing that I don't like about the Battle XP G350 is that it doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi, and because I'm using the retro achievements, I gotta have a Wi-Fi dongle with a USB-C to USB-A adapter always connected to the device, and it makes it look awkward and it makes it feel a little uncomfortable because of the extra weight. You got a big stick that's on the top, and you gotta be careful that you don't knock nothing down just to be able to be connected to the Wi-Fi. But on the games that I don't require retro achievements, it's an awesome game. But I also like this one a lot. I like the shape. Like I said, I like the build. It looks like really nice, high quality plastic. So this is another one of my favorite devices right now. So if you guys want to give it a try, I really recommend it. It's not that expensive and it looks really good, and the build quality is awesome, and the response on the D-pad is really good, and the buttons are also really good, especially that they're not loud at all. They're really quiet. And the only thing that I'm doing right now is I'm trying to load NextUI onto this device. I've been trying to get it to run, and hopefully I can get it running, and I'll show you another video using NextUI, which is the newer version of MinUI. But I will show you that in another video. And that's all I got for you guys right now. If you guys enjoy the video, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and so that you can keep on watching the next future videos that I make. And that's all I got for you guys. So you all have a good evening, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.